Hello students, let us start with subject English Grammar, 4th weekly, lesson number 17, Forms of Verbs. Now before starting with the chapter Forms of Verbs, I would like to ask you one question, that is, why do we need to learn about forms of verbs? So the answer is, a verb is a part of a speech which is used to describe a motion or convey a subject in action. Now verbs are a very important part of speech because without them a sentence cannot exist. Henceforth, forms of verbs are important because they helps us to communicate about different events in our lives by combining words into sentences. So this is all about forms of verbs, the importance of forms of verbs. Now here we can see that there are 4 different forms of the verbs. So the chief forms of the verbs are, first one is do, second is doing, third is did, and the last one, fourth, is done. Now in first sentence over here, number 1, do. I do it every day. So when I say I do it every day, over here do is a verb which stands for simple present tense. Why? Because the verb do shows that an action is done in the present time or which is done daily. Therefore we can say do, which is the verb, it stands for the simple present tense. Number 2, doing. So the sentence is, I am doing it now. So when I say I am doing it now, over here the word doing, it is in present continuous tense. The verb doing is in present continuous tense. It means that doing shows an action that is going on or continuing at the present time. Therefore, we can consider doing in present continuous tense. Third one, did. So the sentence is, I did it yesterday. Now over here when I say did is a verb. It stands for simple past tense. Why? Because did, the verb did, shows that an action is already been completed in the past time. Therefore, we can say did stands for the simple past tense. Number 4, done. I have already done it. So over here the verb done, it is in past participle form, or we can say third form of the verb. Now what is past participle? So past participle means the verbs that are ending with ed, en, d, n and t. So when I say I have already done it, over here done is a verb. It stands for the past participle, or we can say it stands for the third form of the verb. So now there are 4 forms of the verbs. Chief forms of the verbs, they are do, doing, did and done. Do stands for simple present tense. Doing stands for present continuous tense. Did stands for simple past tense, and done stands for past participle, or we can say third form of the verb.